this is probably a bad idea. Take one. Take two, actually. Because the camera died on the first one. On this episode of Triumph by Error, John has invited me to an autocross this weekend, and there's no way in hell that the Jaguar would pass tech. No way. I mean, I could work on it all week, and it's not going to fix the fact that the rear end is welded and the frame is made of rebar, and the engine makes as much horsepower as a wet noodle. So there's no way I was going to beat him in that. My red Spitfire, that one I stole the starter for the Jaguar, and it still has a issue on the clutch where the clutch is slipping, and I seriously doubt that I'm gonna just take the transmission off and, oh, this bolt is a little loose. Okay, put it back together. I'm not that lucky. You know the name of the show, it's Triumph by Error. And I haven't even started working on the third project, which you guys should look forward to that one. That one is going to be a great project. I cannot wait to get that episode going. So, looked around the Keith compound here, and I was like, you know, I do have a purpose race car. I mean, I say purpose built, but I didn't really do much but rip stuff out. Simplify, then add lightness, as Colin Chapman said. So, I thought, why don't I just drag out the old trailer park Lambo? Let's give that a run. That car has not been run in any kind of anger since an old Dirty White Boys Garage episode, and that was about a year ago. But I'll tell you what, you still leaned into the car, turned the key, and it fired right to life every time. I gotta hand it to this poor thing, it's abused, but it really wanted to go. So today, we're gonna walk around it, we're gonna make sure that everything's legal. It's gonna pass tech, hook our peepers on the rear suspension because last time I drifted it, it felt like something moved. So let's go give it a look-see. This is the trailer park Lambo. As you can see, I didn't even clean the leaves off it. They're just piled everywhere. It was sitting over there where now the Jaguar is, and all I did was drive it to over here. So you're seeing it exactly as it's been sitting for the last year. I've been collecting stuff in it. Really don't need the lapping shears for the autocross. That is a racing suit, and then there's other miscellaneous parts. This car I bought as a parts car for my blue Fiero, which is over here. I needed the wheels, which are the 15-inch snowflakes for the GTs, and I needed the seats, which, if I can open the door, as you can see, look a lot better than the ones that are in the Lambo, the GT seats. Oh, I even stole the Fiero GT floor mats. So that left me with a car. And I decided, why don't I go to the racetrack? So I started ripping everything out I didn't need. I bolted in a set of the cheapest harnesses I could find, and I don't even have a harness seat. I just have the seats that were in the other Fiero, and they're just plain. They just don't look good, and that one was all tore up and everything. But the problem is, if you go back to the Dirty White Boys Garage episode, that was a race through the mud, and this window was down, so I can't really even see how fast I'm going anymore. That's all got to get cleaned out. I mean, I know it's not a popularity contest or a beauty contest, but oof, I just want it clean. I've been meaning to do this for over a year. But if you know anything about Fieros, there's a giant hole cut in the hood because there's nothing in here. There's just a radiator and some steering and some brakes. I didn't go so far as to rip out all of the air conditioning stuff, but there's no headlights anymore. They would go here and they'd push up through these. Don't have any of those anymore. That's because the engine is back here. So we don't have to screw with that much. That fires right up, and with its complete lack of exhaust, it sounds pretty good. I do have a set of race tires to go on here. I don't know what the rules imply, but I guess we'll find out. And you guys are coming along for the ride. Let's do this. She ain't winning any beauty contests, but at least now I can see the gauges. It used to be bad. Still is. So take it from me, folks. If you're gonna go racing off-road, leave the windows up. Doing things a little backwards here. Clean the car first and then find out if it's even gonna work for what I'm trying to do, but this is Triumph by Air. It's also 40 degrees and cold, but you saw the frame inside, so I can't bring it inside. So I'm hoping I don't fight the rain. Anyway, you want to find out if your ball joints and tie rods and everything are good, you have to jack it up by the control arm. Otherwise, you're loading the ball joint, you're not going to feel anything. So your up and down motion this way is going to be your ball joints and that kind of thing, or wheel bearings. And your left and right motion this way is going to be your tie rods or wheel bearing. The wheel bearing will do it both ways. If it only does it this way, it's a tie rod. If it only does it this way, it's a ball joint. If it does it both ways, it's a wheel bearing. In our case, this doesn't seem to actually be bad. So this side's good. The weird thing about Fieros is they're actually a front-wheel drive car built backwards. So this is the front end of a Chevy Celebrity. So it has tie rods. If it had a steering rack back here, it would steer. It's a front end of a different car, but they wanted to make a sports car, so they put the front end in the back with its own bespoke frame and ran with it. And you know what? I've run this on the track before, and I've run down Focus STs and Corvettes. They handle fantastic. It doesn't seem like it should work because the front end is actually a Chevy Chevette, which we all know is known for its mechanical prowess, but it does work. For whatever reason, it does work. The only thing I got to do now is check the other three. I'm most concerned about these back ones here because that's kind of where I thought I felt something, but I was also on the dirt, so I don't know. I got to check all three, and I got to see what my rules are on the tires, because if I have to run on these BF Goodriches, I will, but if I can cheat and go with some DOT legal Toyo R888s, then I'm going to do it. John, you're going down. Alright, so on this one, I could feel a bit of a wiggle, but it was this way and this way. But the cool part about this being a Fiero, and this is now the front wheel, is that this is a spindle. So I can take the wheel off and tighten the nut down, and I should take out that clearance on the bearings. So let's zip it off. Look at that, NASCAR pit stop. Brandon, if you're watching, give me a call. I want to be on your pit crew. Let's go, Brandon. Adjustable hammer. The trick on these is you want to be spinning it while you do it, which on this is nice and easy because look at all this rust all the way around this rotor. This rotor is not that old. I put these rotors on to go racing the first time. So it's just from sitting. You just got to get your cars out and drive them, I guess. Pads look fine. They've had quite a few 100 mile an hour to 30 mile an hour stops, but you want to be rotating this through, and you want to give this a snug. Then you want to back it off. Then you give it a half a snug. And you want to find your hole. In more technical terms, that's exactly how we put wheels on airplanes. It's the exact same concept, in a CRJ 200 or 900 as it is on a Fiero. You want to snug it down, then back it off, then give it a lot less torque. It's a lot more torque on a big airplane, but same concept, same wheel bearing. Well, it's not the same bearing. If you're doing this on your daily driver, replace the cotter pin. The only reason I'm not is because I'm in here a lot. These wheels and bearings get taken off quite a bit. You know, when I'm actually driving the car any kind of consistent amount. And I like to take these and at least check them. Because out on the racetrack, if you're running around for a lot of laps, you can bed these bearings in and you'll get that looseness. You don't want that. So I'm hoping that's what I felt. Hoping that little bit of looseness is the looseness I was feeling. So put this wheel back on and we'll check the last one. It'll be all good. And that's it for today. That's all she really needed. She wasn't in that bad a shape, and honestly, if we were doing anything more than, 90-second lap autocross, I'd be diving in a little deeper. But I'll keep tinkering with it throughout the week, keep cleaning it up, getting it looking pretty for, when I have to give my victory speech to John. John, buddy, you're going down. Going down. My fantastic plastic mid-engine sports car is going to walk your MG. So, see you on the racetrack. Because this is Triumph by Error, I took it up and down the road just to see how it handled and blew a brake line immediately. So, be out here working tonight.
Another episode of Triumph by Error without a Triumph in it. Keith. Today is October 29th, 2021. There's an autocross coming up October 31st, this Sunday, at US 131 Motorsports Park, otherwise known as Martin, because it's in Martin. Put on by Fern Group. We're really excited to run it. Keith's bringing a Fiero. I don't know why he's bringing a Fiero. He's got 4 Triumph Spitfires. This is a Triumph by Error TV show, YouTube show, and he's bringing a Fiero to race an MG. See how it goes.
Anyway, I'd like to introduce you guys to Alex. As you can see, he's Alex. Alex, what's the name of your show?
Hubert's Projects. Got it right here on the car. So we just mess around with stuff cheap way and have fun. So we live in the country on dirt roads, and if it's cheap, we're gonna mess with it.
Sounds a lot like Triumph by Error, technically.
That sounds a lot
We don't
like
live on dirt roads.
that sounds a lot like a lot of YouTube shows.
That's a lot of YouTube shows, yeah.
We live in Allegan County, where people are weird and have fun. So.
Oh, that's trouble, because I'm only like 20 minutes south.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, I'm only 4 miles north of here.
Right on.
So anyway, we're at US 131 Motorsport Park, and we're here for the Fiero Group Autocross. I did actually look up what that name means finally. It's some people drive domestic cars and other people drive Fiero cars. F-U-R-R-I-N.
And look, Darren is here with Sarge.
Fiero car.
That's amazing.
So you and I have got kind of a gentleman's wager going on here. We're doing MGB versus Fiero.
Keith brought a Fiero
I brought a Fiero
to race a British car
on a show called Triumph by Error
with no triumphs.
with no triumph.
You brought a Fiero.
I know.
I don't know, Keith might build. I like to say they have such little faith in my car not tipping over, they didn't even ask where the battery was.
Yeah, I noticed they didn't make you pop the hood.
Yeah,
They probably
like-
didn't know
Yeah, they're like
that the engine isn't in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I just got to thinking about it. I thought I was the only mid-engine car here, but no, you are too.
No, it's
It's a-
behind. I'll show you.
back here.
Is it rear or mid-engine?
It's rear engine.
So I'm mid-engine, you're rear engine.
Yeah, I'm rear engine, rear wheel drive.
This is rear wheel drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, you thought they were...
No, these things just got so much cooler.
Yeah, they're a rear engine, rear wheel drive Mercedes.
Yeah, look, here's the engine.
Well, now you lost me.
A whopping 3-cylinder Mitsubishi.
Dang, you even got speed parts on this thing, bud.
Yeah, I had to do that because the old intake rattled and it was cracked. And I have performance coils on it too.
Whoa.
I know.
Wow,
Off a
fancy.
No,
Oh.
they're from Smart Madness.
There's a tuning company for this, of course there is.
To turbo them. I'm working on building my own supercharger for it, so.
Wow. Are you gonna get one of those,
centrifugal supercharger from a motorcycle?
the Amazon,
eBay.
eBay, yeah.
High roller.
This sounds like a Dave plan.
This does sound like a Dave plan.
Well, I think it
I'm
might be
looking
for
forward
Dave.
to that video.
Oh yeah. That's in the Detroit Special Smart Car. That's the one that has no airbags and half the front end's missing. That one's gonna get wider tires and a custom wide body with like kiddie pool.
Will Keith pass tech in his Fiero? Keith, you brought a Fiero. The engine's not right there. What are you doing? I made you letters, Keith.
I'm looking forward to it. You seem too excited about it.
These letters are for Newton.
Was it Newton's in class VV?
Well, no, that's vintage class. I got one on each side.
Oh, okay.
STH, that's Matt. Those are Newton's numbers. Those are Matt's numbers. Oh, here you go. I made you some letters.
Oh, good. They're in my favorite colors. Effeminate pink and faded blue.
Yeah,
That's great. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Oh, gee, thank you so much, John. I so appreciate this.
I'm HS.
If I could put it on straight to save my life, that'd be great. Looks fantastic, Alex.
Yep, 4 years of art class.
4
paid
years.
off.
Years of academy training wasted.
That's what happened.
Course conditions. It's cold out today. The road is cold today. The grass is wet. And there's mud. So, if you go off course, one wheel off, two wheel, or not one wheel off, two wheels off, four wheels off, do not try to save it. This is not rallycross. This is not Smokey and the Bandit. 2 feet in if you're driving a stick shift, 1 foot in if you're driving an automatic, and that should be the brake pedal. You're not gonna save it, and also if you look at it, you're gonna go there. So don't look at the light pole as you're sliding through the grass.
Oh, yeah. All right. I ain't going nowhere. Does that look good to you? All right, good. This is why my helmet has all these scratches, because it's too tall for the car. If I didn't have a sunroof here, I'd be screwed. My head just barely fits. I'm so excited. I know I'm gonna do terrible, but still, I'm so excited. This first run's gonna be way slow. Like way slow. Because I didn't walk the track. I was too busy schmoozing. Any advice? All right.
Right, left, left. Head swallow. That's what I'm doing.
All right. That was our first run. I went slow, but I still went. All right, let's try for better.
Nice helmet. Thank you. Badass. Didn't walk the track, never seen this before.
All right, here we go.
Yeah?
Yep.
So where are we going?
fun too. I learned some things. Right, right, left, left, right. Right, right, left, left, right. Doing it. Remember the corners, remember the corners. That straightaway, I'm giving her hell. I don't know if I'm gonna leave. I'll leave the transmission in 2 so that I get the most out of the engine. But on that straightaway, I'm probably gonna have to go to 3rd. But John DNF'd, so I know I'm winning. This is so much fun. If you're thinking, I want to do an autocross, but I don't have a fast car, bring it anyway. You totally want to do this. This is 108 seconds of just pure joy. I see smoke. Oh, I think the CRX blew his engine. Oh, CRX guy blew his engine. Well, he's still moving. Maybe he's just got a really bad blow-by. Holy shit! It took 8 seconds off. John,
It's gross.
it is gross out
got
right
real
now.
gross.
It's dark and it's cold and it's rainy. Blech.
Perfect time to strap down
Perfect
cars.
time to strap down cars. Hey, at least we got to run while it was still halfway
It
decent.
was nice while we were running.
But I have to concede, John, congratulations. You beat my Fiero
I
in
beat
your
Keith.
MG.
I beat Keith to something.
Yeah, you actually did. I am
That's
impressed. You flew.
Now the question is, the Fiero slower or is the Jaguar faster than the Fiero?
Oh no, the Jaguar, there's no way. There's no way.
So I'm faster than the Jaguar on paper.
Yeah, you are faster than the Jaguar. I would have told you that right off the top of my head. You're not faster than Felicity though. And I will prove that one day here on Triumph by Error. Thanks. Like, subscribe, and follow for more.